Today is a very auspicious day. Indira Ekadashi Titi. Titi means lunar day. It's 11th. When there was one demon, Mura, he seized the powers of all demigods and was disturbing everyone. Then demigods took shelter of Krishna against, means to save them from the oppression of this demon. Then Krishna came and fought with him. It was a long fight, and Krishna knocked him down, but he again stood up and went and was fighting, and it was going a long time, so Krishna played the pastime of being tired. He went to one cave to take rest. That Mura came after him, and he saw him, that he is lying down. Then suddenly from Krishna's transcendental form, one female goddess-like appeared, and she fought with the demon and killed him easily. Then Krishna woke up and saw that demon and that lady, and she was in submission to Krishna. Then he asked her, "Who are you?" Then she said, "I am your internal potency." Internal potency of Krishna is non-different from Krishna. Like Radharani and Krishna, they are not different. They are not separate at any time. So here, one avatar of Radharani came out and she killed that demon. Then Krishna said, "Very good. Since you came out of me on 11th lunar day, Ekadashi Titi, your name will be Ekadashi. Whoever will observe you will get all his sins destroyed, and he will get devotion to me." That is why all devotees, they observe Ekadashi for the satisfaction of Krishna, not for any other ulterior motives, because it is Haribasar, Titi. It is very dear to Krishna, dear most. Among all the Bratas, in Shastra it is mentioned Ekadashi is the best. Wow. To please Krishna. So those who are devotees of Krishna, they're very happy that Ekadashi is not different from Krishna. I heard some devotees, they become morose when they hear, "Oh, tomorrow is Ekadashi, today is Ekadashi." They are morose because you cannot eat everything. That is okay, we have to fast like this, but we should be happy because our target is the service of Krishna, not sense enjoyment. So some sense enjoyment, there is some restriction, so we become morose. Means that is prominent, not the service of Krishna. So we should know Ekadashi is not different from Krishna. And you will get million times more benefit in doing bhajan, devotional forums on this day than on any other day. Million times more. It is in Shastra. Benefit means Krishna will be pleased. You will get devotion to him. All your ulterior desires will be removed, and you will get realization of Krishna, all this more. So we should be very glad. And also it is not very difficult. In Satya-yuga, people could retain their life in the marrow of a bone. Like Hiranyakashipu, he did such tapasya that all ants and all, they took his body, only bones were remaining, and his life was in the marrow of a bone, so he could survive. In Treta Yuga, life came into bones. Could be retained in the bones. In Dwapar Yuga, could be retained in the flesh. But in Kali Yuga, it is in the food. Life is in the food. That is why it is allowed in Shastra. In Kali Yuga, you can take those things which will not break the fast. like fruits, roots, milk, sugar, water, medicine, if life-threatening circumstance, and order of a pure Brahmin or pure devotee. If he gives some order, that you can take, because already they are in connection with Krishna's. So that will not be against devotion to Krishna. So there is no difficulty, you can take. And main point is we have to always remain in vicinity near Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Sanatana Goswami to write Vaishnava Smriti, how Vaishnavas should live, how they should observe different festivals, about practices and everything. So there Sanatana Goswami wrote, on Ekadashi one has to give up all enjoyments, all sinful activities, and with all good qualities, means with devotion to Krishna, should always remain near Krishna through service. Mahaprabhu did chanting of holy name whole day, together with his devotees, whole day and whole night. Ambarish Maharaj was fasting, that was different yoga, so he could do. But we can take, if someone can full fast, that is okay. But if one becomes disturbed, then he can take those things, and main point is he should chant more. We should do more service, because there is also one scientific reason. Moon is lifting and lowering the water in the body also. So on the 11th day, that water goes up, and if you take grains on that day, then they will absorb that water and it will stay up. So there will be some health difficulties also. It is scientifically, some scientific reason it is also there, why it is better to fast or not take grains on this Ekadashi day. And also senses become more inclined to enjoy on this Ekadashi. So for that reason also we are fasting, means restricting for grains and all this. But Krishna is playing the pastime of being human being. He is not human being, but doing lila as a human in Vrindavan. So Krishna's senses also become more inclined to enjoy on Ekadashi. So when you serve Krishna on Ekadashi to satisfy his senses, it will be more service. Krishna will be more happy and you can serve more. That is also reason why devotees, they are very happy. Krishna will be very much inclined to enjoy, so we can serve him more. If our target is service of Krishna, if we are only thinking, oh, I cannot eat, then we will be morose. But Ekadashi is very good, not different from Krishna, and we should do more service and get more benefit. Is more powerful. And also Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, every Ekadashi we should take time and check from last Ekadashi till this Ekadashi whether I made any progress in my devotion or not. Should check. Not blindly only doing, but should check. Or whether I degraded my devotion. It is also possible. If I commit many offenses to holy name, to deity, there are many seva paradas, to Vaishnavas, or I spent my time in useless things, not in the service. So I have to see, check. Then you can see whether you are progressing or not. Otherwise, you are just blindly doing some routine, something, not being conscious of service of Krishna. That we have to do also. Should try to do more bhajan. Our Gurudev also used to say, you will see in our Calcutta mat is packed with people, full. And if it is not Janmashtami or Gaur Purnima or something, and mat is full with people, then you can know. No need to check calendar, you can know. It is Ekadashi. Why? Because many devotees, household devotees, they are living little far from the mat. So they are unable to come every day to mat, to see Arati, to hear Harikatha, to do Kirtan. So they are thinking very economically. Less energy, more profit. In economy, less energy, more profit. So they're thinking if we go on Ekadashi, we will get the more fruit. So it will be better to go on Ekadashi. They're waiting when it will be Ekadashi. And for those other 14 days, they will get the fruit of all those 14 days. Again, on Ekadashi, they will come. So they are very happy, and it is festival of Harikatha, Kirtan, everything. So we are also hearing the song of Krishna. Today I think we will come to the conclusion. We'll see. Everything depends on the will of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Yesterday we heard that Krishna told to Arjuna, you should surrender to Paramatma. He's controlling everything and fruits and everything. When you will submit to him, you will get transcendental peace. Then Krishna also told, thus I have told you about the knowledge which is a greater secret than the secret knowledge of Brahman. So secret knowledge means Brahman. We have this worldly knowledge we gather, but that is actually ignorance, material perception. Secret knowledge is knowledge of transcendental spirit. You cannot buy in market or get in schools like that. You will have to submit to Guru to get that. And more secret is this Paramatma knowledge about Paramatma. So Krishna then told him, pondering over this minutely, you think very deeply what I told you till now, and then do as you wish. Because Jiva has relative independence, free will. We are not being forced to submit to him. According to our will, we are moving, we are conscious being. Even ant, our Gurudev used to say, if you order ant, you go this side, she will not go, she will not listen to you. Although a very small living entity, but she will go, she will be self-guided, she will not follow your order. He said you can kill, but she will not, like forcefully, you cannot, she will not follow your order. She has her own free will, every jiva has. So do as you like. Already Krishna before told him, you should fight because it is your duty. Even if you say, I will not fight, because I will go begging in the forest like this, still you will fight because your nature will compel you. Like when Raghunath Das Goswami, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shantipur, he immediately wanted to join him in Puri, renounce house and go with Mahaprabhu like that. Then Mahaprabhu told him, no, you should not do this Markata Vairagya, monkey renunciation. Outwardly looks like renunciation, but inside so many sense gratification desire. So he told him, you should go back to your house, you should behave like ordinary people, Varnashram Dharma, but inside you should worship Krishna. Then Krishna will rescue you. Gradually you can surmount this ocean of material existence. So here same point is, even we may outwardly, self-confidently, we think, no, I will renounce everything, I will go like this, but our nature will force us. We will not be able to do that thing. So we have to do according to capacity under the guidance of Guru for gradual procedure. Many devotees, they tried like giving up everything, go to Dham, Vrindavan and like this, then they could remain maybe few months, half year, 1 year like this, and then it was not possible, and health and so many things. So gradually, by doing bhajan according to our capacity, we can gradually renounce or progress. We cannot do all of a sudden something artificially and not considering about our present situation, that nature will force us. So we heard this verse, but there is one purport extra. One is explanation and one is purport to this verse. If you desire to acquire Brahma Gyan through Nishkama Karma Yoga, a transcendental knowledge by following Varna Ashram Dharma without desires, and Nirguna Bhakti in me, that is pure devotion, you are to fight without any selfish motive. Again, if you take shelter in me as Paramatman, then also you are to fight from your natural proclivity of the Kshatriya nature, consecrating the results to him. Means him here means Paramatma. And being guided by him as the indwelling monitor. Then my manifestation of Paramatman will lead you to the principle of pure devotion to me. Here it means Bhagavan, Krishna. So whichever principle you may adopt, it is highly beneficial for you to fight. Then Sarvaguhyatam mam bhuyah Shrinu me paramam vachaha Ishto si me dridham iti tato vakshami te hitam. Just listen to my confidential and highest advice. You are very dear to me, and so I shall tell you about the highest good. So here our Gurudev explained, Arjuna was hearing Bhagavad Gita after he surrendered to Krishna. Krishna spoke and Arjuna was hearing, and even he was asking questions. So it was not that he was hearing, not hearing. But why Krishna here says, Shrinu me, now you hear me. Now you hear me. Our Gurudev explained, because now Krishna wants his special attention. Even if till now he was not very attentive in hearing what he was telling, it will not be so harmful, because what he will tell now is actually what Krishna wants from Arjuna. Because Arjuna asked him when surrendered, first there is surrender. Pranipatena pariprashnena seva. First we have to surrender. Otherwise our question will not be actually question to hear from another side. It will be for some other things. But he surrendered. He said, I don't know what I have to do. I surrender to you. You tell me what is my duty. What is best for me? You tell me. So first we have to be open by giving up all other ideas and all things. We have to be open. When Nimi Maharaj, Prabuddha Muni was replying, he first gave him Virechanam to see whether he can give up his own ideas. He said, you see, all living entities, they are after happiness and removal of suffering, all living entities. But by karma, action out of false ego, let me marry, let me have children, job, this, and all these things, they are getting just the opposite result. So you see, Nimi, you see, observe this. And about money, he also told all the time suffering. When you don't have it, you suffer. When you are earning, you suffer. When you have it, you suffer because how to keep it. Then when you lose it, again you suffer. So at all time, with all material things like this, same. So this is not the way. And because Nimi could accept, yes, it is true, it is a fact. They are trying for this goal, but they are not getting. So now he's open to hear something else. But if I will not know, I will be happy. I will get married. Then I will be happy. So as long as you have these ideas, false ideas, illusionary ideas, you will not be able to surrender to bona fide Guru, and you will not be able to hear from him what he wants to say. And you will not be able to follow. So Guru also has no desire to speak. Like Angira Rishi, he's a great devotee. He came to Chitraketu Maharaj. He wanted to give him Brahma Gyan, transcendental knowledge, but could not. Because Chitraketu Maharaj was only thinking, I am not happy because I am not having son. I can be happy only when I will get son. So this was his whole preoccupation. So he could not surrender to Angira Rishi, and Angira Rishi could not give him Brahma Gyan. King was only saying, you are a sadhu, you should fulfill my desire, you should give me son, like this. Then that Angiri Rishi gave, okay, you will get son. He got son, but he told him, you will get son, but it will give you suffering and happiness, both, not only happiness, suffering also. Yes, okay. He thought, I will suffer because maybe he will not be so good in school or something. But I will be happy having son. So Guru could not give that because he is not ready to surrender. He thinks, I will be happy. Ultimately, you know the history in Bhagavatam, when that son died, then he was totally out of control. And again, then Angira Rishi came, and also Narad and everything, they explained, then he was ready. After hearing the child speak, then he was ready, then he could get the mantra. He could surrender, and Narad Goswami gave mantra, and he could worship. Like that, Arjuna surrendered, and he was hearing. But what Krishna is ultimately telling him, it will be good for you to do this, now he will tell. That is why he said, now you listen to me. Just listen to my confidential and highest advice. Here the verse is Guhya Tamam. One is Guhya, that is secret. Guhya Taram, more secret. But Guhya Tamam is most secret. That is what Krishna will say. But Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on Radhashtami day, he said, this is Guhya Tamam, most secret. But there is one thing more secret than this. Guhya Taratam, some word he used, I don't remember now. That is about Radharani in Bhagavatam. That is more secret. What is her devotion to Krishna? That is topmost. That is why not all are eligible for understanding that. That is why Vyasadeva intentionally did not directly mention her name in Bhagavatam. Indirectly, only Paramahamsas they can detect, those who are qualified. He said, because those who are anadhikari, those who have no qualification, and those who are sadharan, ordinary, they will not be able to understand. That is why it is prohibited to speak about that prem and that lila and all this in public. That will not be good, because they will misunderstand and they will misapply, and it is not good. So that is even more. So here, because you are very dear to me, Krishna says, now he's speaking from his that relation with all jivas, affectionate relation, compassion, all this, because you are dear to me, I am telling you this, the highest good. Also, Prabuddha Muni told to Nimi Maharaj, when you can understand that all these efforts will not give you happiness, and you are unable to know, you should give up your arrogance that you can know and that you can get it by your own effort, that you should give up. And then tasmat gurum prapadyeta, then you should submit to bona fide guru who is learned in all Vedic scriptures, and he is firmly devoted to Krishna, realized soul. To such a guru you should go, and jigyasa shreya uttamam. You should inquire from him what is for my highest good. So when you will be open to hear, then you can hear. Otherwise, Guru will not speak, and we are unable to hear. It depends on Sharanagati. You cannot get without Sharanagati. But Sharanagati also sincere Sharanagati, not outward show only. When really it is coming from your heart, that surrender, then immediately you will get. They are waiting for us. But we are not ready. We want some other things. Explanation: the most confidential teaching is the third process, which is the knowledge of the Supreme Lord Bhagavan. I have told you about the confidential Brahma Gyan and more confidential Paramatma Gyan. When one will do Nishkama Karma Yoga, the fruit of that will be Brahma Gyan. And if one will do Ashtanga Yoga and submit to Paramatma, then he will get Paramatma Gyan. Now, let me tell you about the most confidential knowledge regarding me, the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. This is the most fundamental of my instructions in the Gita. I tell you this for your own eternal good, as you are dear to me. When Krishna became more compassionate as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he was not seeing qualification, nothing. He saw they're all their servants, they are lost. So he came to reclaim us. So he was telling this to everyone. You should do this. It will be good for you. By practicing himself, not by ordering, but himself was practicing and teaching by his own example. That is actual preaching. Preaching does not mean trying to convince others by words, by logic, and maybe giving some bribe, also money or something. That is not preaching. Preaching is when you yourself are devoted to Krishna sincerely from the core of your heart. That will automatically inspire others to also accept this. Those who have Sukriti will accept. So that will be actual preaching, means recruiting for the service of Krishna. But for gathering followers and money and buildings and for other things, that is another thing. That is not preaching. Preaching means to bring jivas to the service of Krishna. But unless you yourself are fully engaged in the service of Krishna, you will not be able to inspire them and also bring them to the service of Krishna. Unless you yourself are. Everyone can gather followers. Mayavadis, they're getting so many followers and followers. This is not the point. Point is whether I am engaged in the service of Krishna and whether I am bringing jivas for the service of Krishna. Srila Sai Maharaj said, if I can make one jiva inclined to serve Krishna fully, then I will consider my preaching as successful. One jiva, he said. If I can make this, then I will consider my preaching successful. So this is the quality, means this is the actual preaching. Preaching does not mean collecting many people and much money. No, but to make jiva serve Krishna purely. For that, I have to first. So, what is the most confidential and highest advice? Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad jaji mam namaskuru mam eva ishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. Be my devotee. Offer your mind and attention to me. Worship me and submit to me. Certainly you will attain me. This is my solemn promise to you, as you are dear to me. Every jiva is dear to Krishna because we are his. O Arjuna, explanation, O Arjuna, be my devotee and offer your mind and attention to me. Here means Bhagavan. Not only, yes, I will follow Shastra, Varna, Dharma, I will attain Brahma Gyan, I will attain Brahma. No, here means Bhagavan. You must not meditate on me like the Karma Yogins, Jnana Yogins or Dhyana Yogins. They are also meditating on Krishna, but in different way, different aspect. So you should not do like them. Worship my transcendental form as the Supreme Lord of all beauty, truth and harmony in all your actions. I promise you will then attain the eternal servitude of my all-being, intelligent and blissful Shyama Sundar form. Srila Sai Maharaj, he named his institution International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We should not miss this point. For Krishna Consciousness, the Shyama Sundar, Radha Shyama Sundar in Vrindavan. That is the gift of Mahaprabhu for the Jivas in Kali Yuga. So we should not miss the target. There are many Vedic scriptures and many process and everything. So yes, this is Vedic, this is good, all this. No, this is not the point. It is for Krishna consciousness in Vrindavan. So we should follow the process, that explanation which he gave and the process which he gave, and for what? For attaining what? Otherwise we will miss. So we have to be careful. Karma is also Vedic. Gyan is also Vedic. Yoga is also Vedic. That is all Vedic. And Indian, whatever is Indian, yes, it is good. No, it's not like that. He did not come to give that. He is a personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came to give pure devotion to Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. That is what he came, and the process ends. So we should not miss that. Satchidananda Vigraha means Shama Sundar form, transcendental blackish. In this world, black color is dark, but Krishna's dark, that is transcendental color, not worldly color. That his transcendental blackish color is shining. You will not find in this world. That is shining like anything, but blackish. So it is not this color, this worldly. That we have to realize by that process given by personal associates of Krishna. They can take us to the service of Krishna. You are like Ekadashi also. Ekadashi we have to follow for the service of Krishna as prescribed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal associates. During the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and disciples of Prabhupada, even during the time of Srila Sai Maharaj, that book in regard to Ekadashis, that stories, that was not published. Why? Because devotees are not following Ekadashi for those purposes. That is Karma Kant, Ekadashi Mahatmya. But you think, yes, everything Vedic or like this, so, and we are taking sesame on Satila Ekadashi like this. That is not for us. That came later and became mixed and all this. But they did not do this, they did not prescribe this. Pure devotees, personal associates of Radha Krishna. So we have to follow them, then we can attain this. You are very dear to me, and that is why I am telling you about my Nirguna Bhakti. Unalloyed devotion, that is transcendental devotion, not Saguna devotion. In Bhagavatam you will find Tamasic Bhakti, Rajasic Bhakti, Sattvic Bhakti. They will do Bhakti, but with this sort of desires. Nirguna is pure devotion, not for anything, not for liberation also, not for Paramat, nothing. It is only for the satisfaction of Krishna. That is pure devotion. That is described in Bhagavatam, pure devotion. But then there are grades of pure devotion also, according to Rasa Vichar. Ras Tattva, Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, the Vrindavan is highest, Radharani, you know, Radharani highest. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gauravani Pracharine. Sai Maharaj came to speak Gauravani, not Vedic Vani, Gauravani. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give, that portion of Vedas, that is Bhagavatam, and conclusion of Bhagavatam and all this, that is Gauravani. And what he inspired his followers, Rupa Sanatana Goswamis, this, what they told, that is Gauravani, that we have to attain. First, Manmana Bhava means meditate on my most beautiful Shama Sundar form, offering your mind to me. To Mad Bhakto Bhava means perform my bhajan, devotional service consisting in hearing, chanting, meditating, etc. with both your mind and senses. Like Ambarish Maharaj engaged all his senses and all devotional forms he was doing. 3. Madhyaji Bhava means worship me and me alone. By serving Krishna, you serve all properly. 4. Mam namaskuru means prostrate yourself in making obeisances to me. There is a procedure how to make obeisance to deity. In Shastra you will find, if there is Vishnu Tattva, Ramchandra, Krishna, Narayan, they, Vishnu Tattva, then you have to keep them on the left side. You have to prostrate so that they are on the left side. This is according to Shastra. Then Krishna will be pleased. If we do as Shastra says, as Krishna says, then he will be satisfied. That is why devotees, they will do like this, not straight, but keeping on left side. And there are two ways. One is by folding hands in front of you. That is how Prahlad Maharaj did. Or like this. Your right hand thinking you are touching left hand of Krishna. Left hand touching right feet. In this way, it is according to Shastra. It is seva parat to give dandavat with one hand or like this something quickly. No. There is Panchanga Pranam with 5 limbs and Shashtanga Pranam with 8 limbs and keeping on left them. If there is only potency like Lakshmi, or if Radharani is alone, Lakshmi, then you have to keep her on the right. You have to pay obeisance right side. Or Jogamaya we do to Kali also, thinking Jogamaya, we keep her on the right side. You have to do dandavat so that in this way that she is on the right side. And to Vaishnava, Guru Vaishnava in front, towards him, you have to do. But if he's walking, you should not block his way. You should do little on the side so that you don't block. But if he's sitting or standing, straight. That is according to Shastra how to pay obeisance. That we have to follow also. Prostrate yourself in making obeisances to me. This is Krishna wants. If we do this, it is for his satisfaction. We should not hesitate or feel shy or no, we have to prostrate to Krishna and to Guru Vaishnava. The 6 Goswamis, Sanatana Goswami was prime minister before, but he gave up that. Such money, such position, we cannot imagine. And he took to devotion, of course, teaching us by his own example. The all Goswamis, they were doing 2,000 dandavats to Vaishnavas daily. 2,000. We are hesitating to give dandavat to Vaishnava when we see, even we may not be happy to see Vaishnava. That is also one offense. You should be happy to see a Vaishnava. He is very dear to Krishna. If you are devoted to Krishna, you will be very happy to see a Vaishnava. And bow down to him, respect him. He's a devotee of Krishna. So they did 2,000 daily. And 1,000, if they could meet 2,000 Vaishnavas, they would do to them. If they could not meet 2,000, then they would mentally think about that Vaishnava and say Jai, his name, and do dandavat mentally to him. As a rule, as a niyam, as a rules and regulations, as a, how to say, vow. Like fixed number of Shankya Purvaka Nama Gana Nati Bi. By counting, Shankya means counting. Shankya Purvaka Nam, they would count. This much rounds I will chant. Gan, these songs I will sing daily, like we are doing for Kartik. Certain songs you have to do daily. Gan, Nati Bi, Nat. Nati means this obeisance. Fixed number, 2,000. And 1,000 to deity. Radha Krishna. 2 means 1000. That is service, to offer obeisance to Krishna, and we should do it properly. Then Krishna will be pleased. Perform these 4 kinds of devotional service to me. That is 1. Meditation. 2. Service. 3. Worship. 4. Greeting or paying obeisance means this. You shall attain my own real self. I promise this to you as you are dear to me. Nobody deceives his friend who is very dear to him. So Krishna is telling, I am not deceiving you. You are my friend. I am telling you for your own good. Every jiva is a friend of Krishna because it is in Shastra. There are 2 birds on the same tree and they are friends. Paramatma and Jivatma. They are friends. So we are all friends of Krishna and he has affection for all jivas. He told, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. They are all dear to me. So he's telling us this here by ordering out of compassion, and as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his own example inspiring. He's doing so that we will be inspired to do. So this is what Krishna wants from Arjuna. And now you all know this verse. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami mashuchaha. Abandon all socio-religious duties and take absolute shelter in me alone. Grieve not, I shall deliver you from all sins. It means you should give up all your worldly egos. Because out of those worldly egos, you have some desires and some duties. But you totally give up that. You belong to me. You are mine. In reality, you should serve me. That is your duty. That is your swadharma. Your swadharma is not kshatriya. Your swadharma is jaiva dharma, sanatana dharma. You belong to me. You have to serve me. Follow me. That is what Krishna wants Arjuna to do. That is highest and eternal welfare. And because Arjuna is here playing the pastime of having some doubt, Krishna is telling, Man mana bhavo mad bhakto. You worship me, you offer obeisance to me, you think of me. He's telling. So if I will do this, then I will not do certain duties to my parents, for kshatriya as a warrior. This so many duties there. So then I will commit sin. If I will exclusively serve Krishna and devote my time to him, my energy for his service, then I will not do those duties. So I will commit sin. Then Krishna says, no, you will not commit sin. Because by serving me, you are actually serving all properly. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Raya Ramananda, Eho bhajyo age kohwar. This is also external, because here Krishna has to give guarantee. I will rescue you from all sins. You will not commit any sins. Means there was some doubt inside. Not having full knowledge of who is Krishna and who am I in relation to him. Some thinking was there still. So Krishna had to guarantee, no, I will protect, I will rescue from all sins, don't worry. But if someone has complete knowledge of Krishna Tattva and Jiva Tattva, and Sambandha Tattva, means of Krishna, Jiva and relation, then Krishna does not need to give any like explanation or guarantee or pacification or something. No, don't worry. No. Because that Jiva who knows Sambandha Gyan fully, he will know by serving Krishna, I'm serving all. I'm not committing any sin. He's not doubting I will commit any sin. No, he knows by watering at the root of a tree, whole tree is nourished. He has complete knowledge. There, that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Eho, Hoy, when Raya Ramananda said, Gyane Prayasa Mudapasya, when you totally give up all other pursuits and you hear Harikatha from a realized pure devotee of Krishna and regulate your life, means follow that Harikatha, means pure devotion to Krishna, that is, yes, that is what I came to give, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. This is what I came to give. Those are external processes. So I shall deliver you from all sins. Don't worry. But because we have such thinking, Krishna has to explain. But in Bhagavatam, you will find it is not like that. So tomorrow we will hear, there is a long explanation to this verse and some notes and all this is there because it is the conclusive shloka, conclusive instruction of Krishna. So it can be explained in different ways according to capacity. It can mean pure devotion, or it can mean like this, or some will even think that Krishna is ordering him to do this for the sake of moksha. That is why Vyasadeva was not satisfied even by writing Gita. Because Nara told him there in Gita, you ordinary people, they will understand it is for moksha. You surrender to Krishna to get moksha, not his service, eternal service. That is why you are not happy. You have to be more clear. Clearly you have to describe pure devotion. Then when he wrote Bhagavatam, then he was happy. But those who are pure devotees and can see the intention of Krishna, they will find pure devotion here also. So according to different capacities of audience, that explanation can be understood and action also accordingly, what we have to do. And for what? Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. Prayojana is also important to know. What for we are doing practice? What is that we have to attain? Otherwise I may do and water those weeds, not bhakti creeper, but some name and fame, money, followers, temples, all this. I think this is the point. No, I will miss what is the point. So I have to know what is sadhana bhakti, what is the goal of sadhana bhakti. That's sadhya bhava. Bhava is sadhya, is goal. Bhava means love for Krishna, not followers or money and these things. So tomorrow we'll hear explanation. It is long. We'll see how Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vishwan Chakravarti Thakur, they